Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Antiheroes Anonymous, or welcome for the first time if it's your first time joining us. And if it is, boy, what an episode you've come to join. I'm Ethan, and I'm the Dungeon Master for this 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons show. And I have 4 wonderful players who will now introduce themselves. Would you mind starting us off?
I'm Charlie the Unicorn, and I play Thaddeus Havelock, the Human Vengeance Paladin.
Charlie the Unicorn? Not Twilight Sparkles of Pegasus?
I don't know who that is.
Nick, we've told you that like Charlie the Unicorn is a character in this game, right?
He is.
Okay, that didn't come out right.
No.
Okay, cool.
Does that mean it's my turn?
Yes.
I wasn't sure if you were going to actually, hi, I'm Kay. I'm Foxy Lady. Yeah, that happened.
Ooh.
I'm playing Harmony, who is a Tiefling Wild Magic Sorcerer.
And on the uncostumed side of the table.
This is my costume. I mean the boring side of the table. I'm Melissa, and I play Mara, who is a human rogue pirate.
I'm Zach, and I play Hunter, who's a Warforged Fighter Ranger.
Show with little enthusiasm.
You said it's the boring side.
We're boring.
Okay. A couple of quick announcements, and we'll get straight into it. We stream on Twitch every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and then post those episodes to YouTube the following Wednesday. Throughout the show, we use a variety of custom items, as well as a custom wild magic table. Our music comes from BattleBards, TabletopAudio, and Confrontation. Tonight, I have added a new battle song specifically for this fight from Incompetech, so look forward to that. Our character portraits on the info cards in the top right come from an artist by the name of Carrie Peach, who goes by @CarrieDraws on Twitter. If you're watching us on Twitch, check the channel page for links and info to everything I just mentioned and more. And if you're watching on YouTube, check the video description for similar information. Other than that, you can follow us on Twitter @AntiheroesAnon to find out when we're going live, when we're skipping weeks, anything we're doing, we will post it on there. And other than that, we hope you enjoy the show, and we'll get straight into a quick recap, and then into the episode itself. So the party went with their friends and companions, Dawn and Eli, to the city of Ravenmoor in order to save another friend, Mandus, from the vampire Alkene. There, they managed to protect some refugees, found a lost memory of the Raven Queen, and fought against the Medusa Queen Ixlati. They were also, in their during their stay in Ravenmoor, offered a deal by the Warforged Mind Flayer Quor, who they've encountered several times before, but they turned that down, and Quor later then came into Ravenmoor and ended up capturing the city, as well as Dawn, who was at the time working to help the refugees escape. The party then decided to prioritize entering the Shadowfell, where they dealt with a trio of strange skulls before meeting with Ixlati and her dragon companion Kitus in a rematch. Then they made their way across the plains to Alkene's castle, where they were welcomed inside unharmed, and sat down to a strange dinner with the vampire himself. His servant Dimitri then led them around the castle, and they convinced him through clever use of the suggestion spell to allow them access to the tower where this dark mirror, a convergence between the Shadowfell and the negative plane of negative energy, existed. And then there they managed to free Mandus, who was trapped in the negative energy plane. And then that was seconds before Alkene showed up at the top of the tower, taking a combat pose, ready to incite the final engagement against the group of you. And so that is where we're going to pick up. I'm going to get some battle music, and then I'll describe the scene once more to draw everyone in. So, you all heard Alkene's voice as you turned in his direction and saw him taking his low, hunched, predatory combat position by the stairs of the tower. As he did so, you heard a whooshing sound from behind you as shadowy creatures followed Mandus out of the portal, one after another, and began swirling around the tower. You can see their wraith-like forms beginning to converge upon the group of you. As Alkeen stands there, ready and waiting for the group of you, you watch as his single shadow, which even as it is now, was elongated and threatening beyond the means that a regular shadow should be, begins to expand all around him and actually converges into a group of tendrils of shadows and flail all around him, giving him sort of an almost an armor of shadows all around him, just surrounding him and encompassing his body. But then those shadows burst out even further, and you find that the entire landscape of the Shadowfell, which you were able to see from the top of this tower, is blotted out in inky shadow as dark energy begins to whirl around the entire edge of the tower, obscuring view beyond this arena. And with that, I need you all to roll initiative.
No.
Okay.
Why are you gonna use the thing?
Well, the old 1-2 finish, I guess.
Those both Thaddeus.
No.
Actually, not bad.
Yeah, pretty good.
Not bad.
Do we have them all?
Most of them. I'll just move these. You good?
I guess we are the same.
It's good, I like it when you're the same.
Yeah, I always roll right next to Byakko every time.
Weird.
Oh, thanks.
Do you remember Eli?
I did. I've got everyone. No worries.
Oh god.
Okay. Hunter and Byakko. Let me just sort these real quick. Ooh, Thaddeus on the low side
I
again.
know. I needed to be up there, and now I'm not.
Thaddeus, you're last in initiative. The good news is Hunter is up first. You whirl around to see the shadows blotting out the view, and Alkeen standing there menacingly, and the first move is yours.
So, can you describe these creatures to me?
Yes, as they begin to take form, they initially appear to just be these shadowy masses, but as they begin to take form, as they swirl around the side, you can see that they actually have human-like form to them. And you can tell that they are some sort of undead creature, a wraith or a specter or something like that. And you can see that they also have these spectral weapons that they're all beginning to pull out of etherealness.
They are a wraith or a specter.
Yes, some sort of creature along those lines.
Alright. Well, I am going to back up a little ways. .pa, and I will place my bow, and I will use sharpshooter. I don't need to use my scope this turn. And I will open fire.
On Alkeen, I presume?
Huh?
On Alkeen, I presume?
Yeah, let's do a shot at him.
Okay.
And that is very low. That is 14.
That does not hit. You watch as one of the tendrils of shadow that is whipping about him catches the arrow and flings it to the side.
Okay, different dice. It's a crit.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's way better. I'm going to use my
That is
bowstring.
your sword active yet?
Yes, because we were fighting
Were you
the
rolling it again?
right before this.
I went before everybody else, and I
Oh,
get advantage.
right.
And I will use my D10 where I put it. And I got a 3, which is fear, which I'm assuming he's immune to.
If he's not, I'd be surprised. But
I'd be surprised too.
actually, he's not
Really?
immune to fear.
Okay, well, it's a wisdom save, DC 15.
So funny. The one that puts fear in everybody gets to be great.
And then I will also use.
That's a 16 on the dice plus a big number, so
Okay.
he is okay.
Plus 30.
Plus 30.
Yeah.
I will use distracting strike, so the next attack gets advantage on him.
Okay. So this arrow embeds itself in his shoulder, and you catch a quick glance as you look down to it, and begins to pull it out, which is your moment to strike again.
Alright. I just rolled in for that one real quick. So that's 15, 24, 28 plus 18. So that's
Well, what was the first one?
46. That was a miss. I missed the first one.
The first one that hit.
I missed the first attack.
But the first one that hit.
This is the first one that hit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Sorry. And then the next attack on him is an 18 to hit.
Just hits. So the first amount of damage was 28, you said?
It was, no, that was before I told him. That was 46.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, magic piercing. And then this one is 23.
That does hit, yes.
Okay. Does that one do full damage?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. Okay. And yeah, that's good. That'll be good for me.
Okay. 23 damage, half damage. So then it's Byakuo.
That, okay.
Your tiger begins to take his fighting stance.
Yep, and he's gonna run and pounce at this guy.
Okay.
And he will make an attack, a strong attack of, it's a 26 to hit.
That'll do it.
And then that guy needs to make a DC 12 strength saving throw.
13 on the dice. And he does not have a minus.
Negative modifier, darn it. Okay, so that's a 7 slapping damage as his claws strike the figure.
Okay. And that figure lets out a silent howl of pain, and you can see it's beginning to draw out that spectral sword.
Okay. Did he take reduced damage?
No.
Okay.
Then, on initiative count of 20, lair actions. Hunter and Byakuo, I need you guys to make wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
Everyone else is within Thaddeus' aura.
Oh, fun. Okay. So I got a really bad roll. I got a 4.
Okay. What about Byakuo?
Diaco gets a good roll of 19.
Okay, Byakuo passes. The shadows around Alkene and this entire arena begin to distort in monstrous ways. And as your hunter's eyes dart about, you can't help but there's a psychological terror that invades your mind. And you know you shouldn't be afraid of simple shadows, but you are. And you are now frightened until the next initiative round of 20 comes around.
Okay. Am I frightened by Alkene or just in?
Yes, by Alkene.
By Alkene. Okay.
Then it is Alkene's turn.
Here we go, guys.
All right, so he will stride forward, and as he does so, the shadows around him begin to take shape and form, and you can see that one of the biggest masses of shadow actually amasses into the large form of a dragon, and it is very clear that from what you've seen of Kaitis the several times that you fought him, this is Kaitis' shadow that seems to be affixed somehow to Alkene. And you see that the other one, affixed to sort of the other side of him, begins to take a lithe, human-like form with snake-like hair that begins to move on its own, the shadow of Ixladi. And he will make... we'll go here. Right up to Thaddeus, and he'll make well, we'll see how the first one goes. Here we go. So that is, 28 to hit?
Yeah, that will hit.
Okay, the Kaitis-shaped shadow lashes out and grabs onto you with its maw, and you are grappled by it. And then against Harmony, the Ixladi shadow extends across the ground and begins to try and grab at you. That is 25. So you're grappled as well. And then Thaddeus, he leans in close to your neck as you're struggling against the bonds of the shadow, and he says, "It's always most fun to kill the confident ones." And he will make a bite attack against you. But I don't think it will hit at 21.
Yeah, I'll shield that.
Okay. See the magic light of the Sanahin spreads up between him and your fangs, and he hisses.
Where do you think my confidence comes from?
Oh.
I don't know what that is.
Harmony, it's your turn.
All right. So I'm gonna do something exciting and cast Word of Radiance
Okay.
for the very first time since I got it.
I didn't know you had it.
Yeah,
It was the new cantrip she gained.
that
Mine
wild
opened up
magic
to-
effect that happened
Oh.
however many
Oh,
sessions
right,
ago,
right, yeah.
where I learned something new. This is what I learned.
Nice.
Yeah, so let me
Okay.
see if I can find my. There it is. So I don't have a card for it,
Sounds
but I
like a
have
good
it
pick
on
of a
D&D
spell.
It's in
Beyond.
the Xanathar deck, so Melissa might have that.
Oh, we'll figure that out later. So each creature of my choice that I can see within range, and the range is 5 feet. So who's within 5 feet of me?
Eli?
Mandus. No,
No.
Eli.
No, I mean because Ixalati grabbed me, or her shadow grabbed me.
Right.
So I
but-
assume she is.
Yes, technically, yes. So that shadow.
She's
and,
grappling me.
That shadow and Eli are the only ones within 5 feet.
Okay, well not Eli, obviously. But Ixalati, I'll hit with this. Con saving throw. It's a cantrip. It's a
Con saving throw for this shadow is a 13. So fail.
Fails. You're gonna take all this damage. 12 radiant damage.
Let me just double check the shadow isn't immune, or not, isn't resistant to it. Or, sorry, isn't vulnerable to it. There we go. Actually, it is. So you said 12?
Yes.
It takes
Thank you.
24 instead.
I had a
Yeah,
feeling
yeah.
that radiant would be a good idea.
Okay, so how much damage?
12 doubled because they're vulnerable. Radiant damage. The shadows are.
And it withdraws from you a little bit, but then as soon as the word of radiance, the burst of radiance that echoes out from you recedes, it redoubles its efforts and closes
Okay.
onto you.
So when I'm grappled, does that just mean my movement 0, or
Yes.
can I still?
Yeah, your movement is 0.
Okay.
But you don't have disadvantage. Right?
Yeah,
No,
but I
that's
mean,
for
I
straight
used my
ahead.
action already, so that's it. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. That's Harmony. Then it is Eli. Eli is going to... Oh, sorry. One other thing happens at the end of your turn. You hear Kaitis' voice speak in your mind, and he says, "Harmony, I have an idea. I don't know if it's a good one, but it would get rid of this guy forever if we could pull it off.
I'm all ears.
Well,
Well,
we
I
know
mean figuratively.
that when
Horns.
a creature enters that plane, that mirror, one of those other creatures comes out. And if that thing is killed, the other thing can't come out.
Right.
It's just an idea. Think about it."
Well, I'll keep that in my pocket. Thanks.
Then Eli, on his turn, will duck around by Hunter, if someone could move him.
Okay.
He's the green one.
No, he's the
He's the gold one.
gold one, right, Ethan?
Yes, Mandus is the gold one. And
They
Mandus,
make
or,
him go
sorry,
the long
Mandus
way.
is the green
Well,
one.
he didn't. I'm sure he didn't actually move like that.
And Mandus is just kind of collapsed on the ground. At the
Yeah.
He's Scorpion. Just like you.
Eli will use his action, I think, to activate his wings. So you watch as he's ducking around the side, he sort of jumps up into the air, and then as he does, the radiant golden angel wings form on his back, and he leaps up maybe about 20 feet into the air by Hunter, and begins to take formation as if he is about to cast another spell. Unfortunately, though, as he's going, he is leaving Alkeen's threat range because he has a bigger threat range than 5 feet. But Alkeen rolls a natural 1, so Eli does
Good.
manage to escape.
Keep that up.
Mara, it's your turn.
Okay, so I would like to use my action to dip Radiant in one of the vials of holy water that I have,
Is it an action or a bonus action?
It's an action.
and then use my bonus action to throw it.
You can't throw it as a bonus action.
So you could use your action to throw it, or you could use your action to like dip it on your arrows.
She wants to put it on Raijin.
On the
On
deck.
her
Oh,
dagger.
dagger.
Well,
Yeah. When you. Yeah, because you'd have
this
to.
one, okay, then
You have to,
never
like,
mind.
splash it on.
We'll just do sneak attack with it with raging because it's lightning damage. See if that does it.
Okay.
So you want to move?
Right.
Where do you want to move?
So are you gonna go
Are you
up and stab him?
Who are you
just gonna
attacking?
I'm gonna throw it because it'll come back to me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Fujin will come back to you.
Fujin comes back.
Raijin will come back if it hits.
Yeah.
Fujin, I thought that was the wind one
I'll look it up.
that has the fancy throwing
That's
thing.
what I thought I was looking at.
Raijin has the thunder step.
As a bonus action, you can cause the dagger to teleport back to your hand, regardless.
So
of
it doesn't
distance.
come back automatically.
As long as you are on the same plane. That's Raijin.
Oh, I thought Fujin was.
Okay.
Okay.
They can both come back as a bonus action, but it's just that Fujin comes back automatically if it hits. That's
Yeah.
what it-
This one,
Oh,
yeah,
I
this
see.
one you don't have to use your bonus action to get it to come back.
Okay, that's fine.
Unless, unless it
to do
misses.
the lightning one anyway.
Does she get advantage on this from your trip attack?
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
it's not trip. It was distracting.
It was distract,
But
but
yes,
it was next
The next attack.
attack.
Yeah. So you get advantage on this.
Yeah, because I didn't attack him. Good thing too.
Yeah, you might do that. That one.
Yeah. 21.
21 hits, yes.
Yay! Sneak it.
Just so distracted.
Sneak attack. It's average.
Yeah. Average.
35
Hey.
lightning.
5 lightning damage.
That average damage.
And he's right up against my sword, if that helps.
Yes, it does.
Well, nice, nice.
Okay. Anything else from Mara? Do you want to move at all?
Yeah, you can,
I need to stay. I want to stay near them.
but you can move.
You also might want to bonus pull your dagger back.
Yeah, bonus action, pull the dagger back.
Oh yeah. I didn't
Okay, so it stabs into his
That's
shoulder and then
Fujin.
you
Fujin
reduce
comes back
the...
automatically
that's what I
if you
meant.
hit with it.
Yeah.
It's so funny because if I didn't,
You
oh,
threw
I
it.
threw it. I threw it. Okay, yeah. I'm
It's
gonna
funny
go get
you throw it, it doesn't come back.
So, bonus action to get your dagger back,
Yeah.
and then do
It
you want to?
it wants to come back. What
In a bolt of lightning, it flashes from his shoulder
You
to
hit
your
him,
hand.
so you don't have to worry about him taking
Oh wait.
an
Right.
OA on you. But he already used his reaction to attack Eli
Right.
anyway, so
Okay. Yeah.
you can move out of his threat range if you want. But if you want to stay where you are or move, maneuver around,
I want to get a little bit closer to Dad,
Okay.
Okay.
like maybe behind him.
Like
like there.
right here?
Yeah.
Okay, looks good. At the end of your turn, I gotta remember legendary actions.
You really don't have to remember them. Though.
You don't want to though. Sure, he will just try to strangle Thaddeus with the shadow that's already
Oh.
That's 27.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay. So you're going to take minimum damage of 8 bludgeoning damage as the shadow begins to constrict upon you.
Okay.
Then it is these wraiths' turns, and one of them, the one at the back, will pull out a spectral longbow and take a shot at Eli. The one that is next to Byakko will swing wildly with 2 strikes against Byakko.
Okay.
And the one that is over on the other side by Harmony is going to do the same thing with the longbow at Mara, I think. So here's against Eli. Natural 1.
Oh.
That's 2 natural 1s against
Yeah.
Eli.
I know.
He's a lucky guy.
Against Mara. 22.
Yeah.
So that's
And
8
Oh, yeah.
piercing damage.
Yeah. Missile snaring gloves.
Do your missile snaring gloves.
Okay.
How
So I
does that
think
work
it's-
again? You roll
roll a
something.
d10 and you get your plus dex, I think. So many magic items.
I know. Look at all these items that she has.
It's a d10 plus your dex.
Those can't all be still relevant.
Yeah, probably not.
Just like my pile was like one of them.
Plus
Oh.
Dex, which is 4.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, so it was 9 on die, so.
Okay, yeah, so you catch that spectral arrow out of the air and toss it to the ground, where it fades into nothingness.
Oh, ground.
Yeah, nice.
Happy birthday to the ground.
And then the one against Byakko is going to make 2 attacks with the sword.
Yeah.
Nice word.
No.
So that's 18
Oh, it hits.
and a 15.
It misses.
So that was your reaction. That used your reaction.
So that is 7 slashing damage
And it's
as the sword cuts into
No, Byakko, I'll save you.
Oh,
uh,
yeah, I have it right here.
Then, at the end of that turn, Alkeen will use another legendary action, and you watch as great shadowy bat wings sprout from his back, and he takes to the air.
Is he looking at her?
So now
But it
you
doesn't
can't
provoke
unplug
opportunity
it.
attacks. It flies over to there.
Okay.
Just, actually, he'll just fly back and be up like 10 feet.
Is he still maintaining
You
his
get one.
shadow grapples?
Yes.
The next time it's your turn, you
Actually, it
have
needs to be a bit closer to Harmony.
Like that? Or like this?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Over
once you
there.
have your turn again, then you have your reaction.
I don't like
And you'll be
this.
able to use
And now it is Thaddeus' turn.
Okay. Thaddeus is going to cast a spell and request Asanahin's aid to the living, and then he points the sword at Alkeen and vengeance for the fallen. And so he casts Aura of Life,
Okay.
which is centered on Thaddeus. It's a 30-foot radius. So I think it hits everyone, maybe Byakko, but Byakko might be a little bit out there.
So he's 35.
And then he uses, and the bonus action was Vow of Enmity on
Okay.
Alkeen, and that's Thaddeus' turn.
That's a good turn.
Nice.
And then at the
And then he says to Alkeen, "We have you right where we want you."
Oh boy.
and you can see he's just got fangs bared. He's in total combat mode. It seems to wash over him. Hunter, it's your turn.
Okay. So frightened.
Mm-hmm.
He's in line of sight even if I turn around, right? And shoot a
Right.
different target. Okay, so then I'm gonna spend my action dipping arrows in the holy water.
Okay. So I think we decided you can dip 3 pieces of ammunition.
Okay, so then I will mark that I have 3.
3 holy arrows.
Yep. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I have a good bonus action. I don't think I do. No, I don't think I have anything else I can really do with my bonus. Can you? Okay, yeah, that's it. Sorry.
Okay. Then it's Byakko's turn.
I'm sorry. What does your aura do again?
Nothing active.
Okay, so Byakko shouldn't prioritize coming back.
It would make it good for him if he did. It's good for him to stay within the aura,
Okay.
but it doesn't help him fight or anything.
I see. So, okay.
That's right. I was looking that up because I
He could come
always
back.
forget what he does.
Yeah, I think he's gonna.
Oh, nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he can't pounce on Alkeen, can he?
I don't know. He's
He's in the air
Yeah, Alkeen's up in the air. He's not high enough that Byakko couldn't jump up and get him. I'd
and
say.
like pounce attack at
Yeah,
him.
he could try.
Okay, so Byakko will do that then.
Okay.
So he'll run and count and counts.
Counts.
He'll count.
Counts. He's a countsy.
That's good. Okay, so he has to make a DC 12 strength saving throw.
Did he hit?
He did hit, I think. He got a 14 plus 9, so
Yes.
23.
That's it. It's a 17 on the dice, so he passes.
Barely passed.
Hi, Emily.
Alright, so that's
Jeez.
5 damage
She says, "Hello,
to the big jerk.
Big scary vampire.
Mhm.
Now let me double check
Halloween.
something about how. Okay, cool.
That's solid there, shut up.
Then Hunter, your frightened effect fades as
Right.
the layer actions roll around again.
That's not close.
And I'm Foxy.
And would Thaddeus make a strength saving throw?
Okay. It's a 21.
Okay, that's a pass. So as you're kind of struggling with the shadow that Alkeen has you with, you notice that your shadow actually begins to whip up and try desperately to cover your eyes and blind you.
Oh wow.
But you manage to push it down and out of the way for this turn.
As you wear shadow.
Point on his head doesn't help.
Yeah.
Then, okay, the dragon shadow. Sorry. Yes, the dragon shadow, which has its mouth around Thaddeus right now, reaches a claw down and swipes at Byaku, which is going to be a hit at 20.
Yep.
So that is 10 necrotic damage, or it would be normally, but with, you want to say what Aura of Life does?
Yes, it has all necrotic damage.
That's right. Okay, so then that's 5.
And it makes it so your hit point maximum can't be reduced, right?
Yes.
But it says nothing about your strength score.
No.
So the strength score is reduced by 3.
Byaku!
Why always Byaku?
Poor Byaku.
No.
Then it is Alkeen's turn.
Give that back.
It has come around. And Alkeen is going to do something I forgot to do last time, which is he focuses the shadows around Harmony, and a globule of shadow forms around him. Magical
Is that a
darkness.
spell?
Nope.
I was thinking about it too.
And he then will swoop down into that darkness. But not before making a strangling shadow attack against Thaddeus.
Did he move out of threat ranges to do that?
Nope. Okay, so here's the strangling shadow against Thaddeus. 22.
That will hit.
So that's going to do 15 points of bludgeoning damage. And then, as he is descended into the darkness, next to Harmony, and you are grappled by Xlavi, or did you survive? Did you escape it?
I attacked her, but I didn't escape.
He then will bite down onto you.
You can try.
Advantage. That's a 23. But you're within Thaddeus' aura, so that's great for you, actually, in this circumstance. You're going to take 10 piercing damage.
10 piercing damage.
And then 16 necrotic damage, or halve down to 8.
Got to make my concentration check.
Oh, okay.
But
I think you're just warming up.
I passed very good.
18.
Okay. And then a 15 doesn't hit you, does it?
Not when I use shield.
Okay. You feel another attack whooshing out of the darkness at you, and just managed to get the shield up to block it in time. Wild magic?
Yes. And no, it didn't work.
Okay.
Yes, that was a wild magic roll. No, it didn't trigger.
Gotcha. And then you feel him move away from you a little bit.
So is he actually invisible right now or not?
He is
Well, he's
inside
in
the
the
shadows.
darkness.
In the darkness? Okay.
Then it is Harmony's turn.
Cool.
You are completely blinded at the moment.
I'm going to cast Dimension Door,
Okay.
and I'm going to teleport to the other side of Mara. Like maybe 2 squares away, if that's still within the radius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
My
got
radius is pretty big.
Thanks.
maybe like
Like there, yeah. If that's
1,
within the
2, 3,
radius.
4. So you're 20 feet away from Thaddeus.
Yep.
Just gives him a little bit of room to move still.
No wild magic.
He's just puddle.
He's in the puddle of darkness.
Yeah.
So hopefully
But if
that
you
gets
move
me out
toward
of the
him, you
grapple
should be able
too.
to see him.
It does, yes.
Yeah.
As you step through the dimensional door, you feel the grip of Ixlati's shadow lessen on you.
So I'm gonna say, bye. Just warp out, and
20 feet.
yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Then it is Eli's turn. He can't see. He can't see anything.
If you want someone to heal, Thaddeus is looking pretty bad.
Oh. Thaddeus is looking really bad?
Yeah, he's at 33 HP.
Okay. Sure.
I was like 100.
Eli was going to do some damage, but that's okay.
It's alright.
Well, I mean, it's up to him.
Do what he wants to do.
Alright, then Eli will turn around to the Wraith who fired a longbow at him, and will make a attack against it with Ray of Frost, which is... so that's 15, so that's going to hit. And Ray of Frost, how much damage does that do? 2d8. Okay, 11 damage, which is not resistant, so that's great. But then also, you watch as this ray of frost shoots out from Eli's holy symbol. Also, a ray of light, like one of the radiant feathers from his wings, sort of encapsulates the ray of frost and flies with it towards the target and deals extra radiant damage.
Nice.
That's cool.
Eli's awesome.
An extra 8 radiant damage, which will be doubled because of vulnerability to 16. Actually, these guys don't have vulnerability, it's the shadows that do. But still, nonetheless, that's a good amount of damage.
Yeah, that's good.
Mara, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna move toward the shadow and use my blind sense.
Okay, as soon as you're in the shadow, you have your innate sense of his presence. You know exactly where he is.
Okay,
I'm just put it like here. Do you actually want to be in the shadow or just next to it?
next to it.
So you want to be like
I can be
adjacent,
within,
like here?
10 feet of it is all I need to be. So did the lightning do damage to him, or was he?
Yeah, it did damage to him as normal.
Okay, let's.
Wait, you don't have
Not
advantage.
advantage.
Not advantage because of this thing again.
No, I
No,
used
that
Oh, that
one
was
time
because
yeah.
of you. that was
Distracted
because-
shot, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. I was so afraid.
No.
So you still have your off.
You're offhand.
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 And you can still sneak attack with the offhand.
Yep.
Oh,
That's not much better.
but she
She
missed.
did like a little grind
She
on the rail.
missed.
Yeah, that was style points.
She did. She missed it. She missed the bowl.
What's the number?
15.
Yeah, you missed the bowl. Why don't you re-roll that?
That's okay. Reroll it, Mom. Take what
Do
the
it.
game gives you.
Yeah.
Take
You
advantage
don't
of my
get chances
weakness.
like this often.
Oh my god, it's
She rolled a 2.
All right.
rolled a 1 and
She rolled
5
one,
minutes
yeah.
ago.
It's meant to be at this point,
like-
yeah.
Oh no.
These to jail.
Mara, you move into the shadow and you're flailing wildly at him, knowing where he is, but he's quick and he's just moving to the side out of the way.
Oh my god. Here, you need Matt
No.
Mercer.
I'm joking with my.
Anything else on your turn?
With yourself.
Oh.
Well,
That
I'm
was
still.
her action and her bonus action.
I'll just stay there.
Okay. At the end of your turn, does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, you are grappled by an unseen force. Actually, no, you can see it because you're out of the shadow.
Blind sense. Bitches.
Well, yeah, but blind sense wouldn't help you see a shadow.
Yeah.
So, in any case, Ixlati's shadow emerges from the darkness and grabs onto you. You can't get rid of her.
Again. That bitch again, right? Yeah.
These wraiths.
That's so great.
Yeah, I did. I did. That took some skill. That took some skill.
They are all doing long sword attacks. So here's one against Harmony. It's going to hit at 22.
Okay.
So that's 6 points of slashing damage.
Surprise. He always rolls high for you.
I know. Like, I don't even know why I bothered upping my AC. Sorry, that was how many?
6 points of slashing damage.
Okay,
Hunter, it's a 22.
that hits.
So that's 14 halved down to 7 points of
Ooh,
slashing
ooh,
damage.
ooh. I can hellish rebuke him.
Yeah,
Do
you
it.
can.
I'm gonna do it. Because this is the one that Byako injured, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
And then Mara, just before I forget, it's a 18 against you, so that's going to hit as well.
Can I use my gloves again?
No,
This
you
is
can
with the
use your
evasion.
I can't.
No, you can. You just had your turn, didn't you?
This is with a sword though.
Oh, it's a sword, but you can use uncanny
Okay.
dodge.
But it's
Okay,
only 5 slashing.
So
damage,
he needs to make a dex saving throw.
It's probably a failure. Yes, 7.
20 fire damage.
Okay.
Above average.
Thank you.
You can see bits and pieces of him are burning away. He doesn't look terribly long for the moment at this point.
Good.
And then Thaddeus, it's your turn.
Okay,
Did you
so
continue down to that 5 points of damage?
I'm still being grappled, right?
Uh-huh.
By the dragon shadow,
Yes. Which is
Um,
emerging from that globule of darkness.
but I can. We can attack the shadows. Like Harmony did some damage to
Yes,
it.
she did.
Okay. I'm gonna try attacking it with 2 strikes.
Do you want to use it, or do you want to save your
I
reaction
have
for
it.
attack?
Yeah, save your reaction because it's on the front.
Okay.
You're only reducing 3.
Does a 16?
It does.
Okay, then the 24 will also hit. Are these vulnerable to radiant? You said?
Your shadows are.
The shadows are, yes. They are, however, resistant to cold.
Oh, okay. Well, I will do the cold first then. So the coldest? No, wait. There's more. There's 18 cold damage.
Okay, so half down to 9.
Yes,
Did you say 15?
18.
18?
Yeah.
You rolled a 2 and it's 18 cold.
Well,
damage.
all of my bonuses is cold. All of them like attack bonus, that's all cold. And then the radiant is just a straight.
Still.
Yeah.
Still.
16, wow.
How do you have a 16 in attack bonus?
And the radiant is 11.
Okay, so that's doubled to 22.
Yep.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
shadow is looking. You can see the radiant carves away a huge chunk of the dragon, but he still manages to grab onto you.
Is there anything else I can do with this bonus action? I can't see out Keen, right?
No, he's in darkness at the moment.
Okay.
There's no bullets.
I think with my bonus action, I'm going to give Mara my shield.
Be a
Okay.
proportionist.
And then at the end of your turn, you're going to get strangled a bit.
So she has an extra plus what?
+3.
Plus 3 to your AC.
Yeah.
For now.
So that is 21 to hit you.
I can just barely shield that.
Okay, even with the minus to your.
Even with minus, yes.
Cool.
Nice, nice.
So you sense the strangling coming on, and you manage to pull up the shield in between you and the shadow, just barely enough to avoid being strangled by it.
Strangle sense is being blank.
Hunter, it's your turn.
Okay, so we cannot see him. That's fun.
You have this dude right behind you that you could take care of.
I do. Or I can take care of the other 2 dudes.
Take care of as many dudes as you possibly
I will
can.
take care of the
Yes.
other 2 dudes. So that is
The one next to me is
1,
almost
2,
dead.
3, 4, 5, 6. He's in range. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to use my scope and I'm going to make shots against both those dudes.
Okay.
Here it is. That is a 24 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll just shoot the one on Harmony for right now. Let's just start laying into him. That is 25 damage
Okay.
for the first attack.
The one on who is
One that Bianca also attack.
right. So this one. So that one is dead.
Yeah.
You
Trophy.
watch as your arrow pierces straight through it, and it evaporates into ethereal nothingness.
The speed.
I know the speed of which she did that.
Okay,
Trophy.
this
Trophy!
I rolled a 16 to hit.
The one next to Mara.
16, I think it does. Yes, it does.
Okay.
Just hit.
Okay, that is
Peons.
plus 18, so that's 30 damage.
And this one has not been hit yet. Okay, it's looking pretty bad at this point.
Alright, last shot. That is, let's say, 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and then that is 25 damage.
Okay. There's another trophy for you as that one fades into ethereal nothingness. Byako's turn.
Alright. Yako
Assuming you didn't want to do anything else.
Can Byaco smell him and make an attack like what he was trying to do with Ixlati, or can he just like not? Does he have to use an action to do that?
Byako, because he has his special senses, I'd say yes.
Okay.
Try.
Do you want me to roll something and then
Yeah,
smell
make a
it?
perception check.
That's not very good, but that is 18.
One.
You're plus 12.
Unfortunately, Byako knows he's in the globule of darkness, but he can't pinpoint the
Okay.
direction he's at.
So Byako will instead come and help me with this shadow, and he will pounce on this guy.
Okay. So that is... You need to make an attack.
I do. And that is a 26 to hit.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And it's pounce attack, so he has to make a strength saving throw.
9.
Oh, so he's prone, so I gotta make a claw attack, but he lost a bunch of strength. So,
That's the worst part of the strength loss. It just messes up all of that.
so now the first attack is 4 damage,
Okay.
and then the next attack,
Still alive.
is a 26 to hit. And
that is.
That's a bite.
Yeah.
that was a claw, and this is the bite, and this one is also 4 damage. Because now it's plus 2.
Alright, Byako is getting mouthfuls of ethereal goop as
He
he
loves it.
claws into this thing. Then it
It's
is
a plasma, yeah.
lair actions.
Yeah.
You okay over there? Your dice are still in dice jail. Fine. They're getting taken care of.
Counts.
Oh, yeah, I did say that. Yeah. Counts.
Counts.
Counts over here.
Okay.
Over here.
On... Let's do these ones. On this lair action, you watch as more shadowy figures begin to appear next to the edge of the mirror on the other side and begin to claw their way out one by one. Thaddeus, and one will, of course, go next to Mara. So these creatures are different from the shadowy creatures that clawed their way out earlier. These ones are, let me give you a good description. They are gray-skinned and they look like gaunt humanoids of some kind, but they look emaciated and starved. And you can see that they have just absolutely bloody fangs as they charge out of this portal and begin to make their way towards you in a frenzy.
Sorry. Hey, Ethan.
Yes?
Can I pause for a second? The shadow attack, I assume it counts as undead.
It does, yes.
Oh, then I should have been doing more radiant damage.
I think it does, anyways. Yes, it does.
So that's an extra 9. So that's 18.
And that was against Kitus?
Yeah.
So that was an extra. Okay. Thank you for remembering that. Yep, okay. What was I saying? Right, these ghouls are coming out.
Oh no.
So we'll see one ghoul attack against Thaddeus, one against Mara, and one against Hunter at advantage because you used the scope.
Yeah.
So here comes Hunter. It's a big old 10 against Thaddeus.
I know. And against you, he's like, crit.
He's like, oh, 25.
Against Thaddeus, it's only a 16.
Hunter. Misses.
I even rolled that at advantage. Shouldn't have. And against Mara, it's a 16.
So it's
Oh!
good old AC bonus.
They come out and they're clawing at you all wildly, but can't seem to find any purchase.
The glamour shield.
Yeah.
Then,
Wait.
Mara takes Lottia's shadow, tries to like make like it tries to punch you in the gut from where it has you strangled and grappled, but it can't find any purchase on you from this position. Then it is Alkeen's turn.
It's my golden step.
Has he taken radiant damage this turn?
That's a good question.
I would love to say yes,
I think
but I could not say it in
Don't
good
think that
conscience.
I don't think
I don't think he has.
Alkeen, has he
No,
taken
because
radiant
we didn't get any OAs when he puddled.
Because he's been hiding in the
When he went
darkness
in
this
the
whole
puddle
time.
form.
Alkeen will emerge from the darkness.
I did the 2
Okay.
at Slotty at the beginning. It's cool.
Can she make him away from that?
No, no.
He
He's
kind of sidle around.
He could go around, though.
Yeah.
He'll go
Okay.
around. He comes bursting out of the darkness, his shadowy bat wings beating furiously as he comes swishing around to Thaddeus. And Thaddeus is going to take a couple of attacks here.
Honestly, I'm okay with that as long as he still leave.
He'll make one. Yeah, he'll make one of his shadow attacks against Mara as he goes, because he doesn't have to get next to her for that. So that's 30.
Okay.
Wow.
So that is 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
You can definitely
Ixladi's shadow constricts on you.
use your evasive
Uncanny
maneuver.
dodge.
Okay, uncanny dodge on that one, yeah.
But my cunning action.
Your cunning action is on your turn, Mom. It's your
Yeah.
bonus action.
Oh, well, I was looking for the one about the OAs. Oh, it's the fancy footwork.
Yeah, but you didn't hit this turn.
Okay, so that's only after I hit him also.
But what you can use is your uncanny dodge, which would reduce this from 17 damage down to 8 damage.
Yeah, that's a good one for this guy. Yep, that's what you're saying. Okay.
And then, as he sort of comes around the corner, he will, I guess make another strangle against Thaddeus. But that's going to miss at 14. And then he'll make that bite attack against him as well, since you're still grappled. But nope, rolled a 2. Which would have put it at
Must
a
be nice.
14. So that's
Use
nice.
the molars on accident.
Harmony, it's your turn.
Oh, well, Alkeena's right there.
Some nice targets right here.
Yeah, well, we barely hit him at all. So, fuck. Alright, I'm just gonna firebolt him.
Okay, do it. Woohoo.
30 to hit.
That hits. And I'll
It
tell you,
better be.
he's not resistant to it.
Thank God! Thank fucking God! Alright, 3d10. Nice. Yes. Ooh, that's good. This one's cocked. Ugh, not as good. 16.
Okay.
Fire damage. And I'm going to run 3 squares that way.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Am I still within
1,
his
2,
aura?
3,
Yeah,
4,
yeah.
5. So
Okay,
yeah,
yep,
he
that's
has.
where I want to be.
yeah.
Can you turn my mini so I'm actually looking at the battle, please? That's been bugging me.
Sure. Yeah, that.
There we go. That's much better. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome.
Thank you. That's my turn.
Okay. Then on your turn, at the end of your turn, he will strangle Thaddeus once more. Natural 1.
Okay.
So he won't do that. Eli's turn comes around. And Eli can see Alkeen now, so he's going to throw some radiant damage at him.
Do it!
Yes.
Get him, Eli.
Because Eli can add radiant damage to any attack for a minute.
Oh, Eli!
That's pretty good.
What?
Unfortunately, it's only a 16 to hit, which Alkeen sort of beats his wings once and dodges out of the
We
way.
have a
Done what?
Ben.
I do, but I'm not going to waste it on that. I don't think that adding 2 or 3 is going to help in this situation. He rolled too low.
And then Thaddeus is looking pretty hurt, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Thaddeus will get a first level healing word. It's not much, but it's what Eli can do.
Hey, that's a bonus action, so.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? He'll do a second level healing word.
I'm surprised it's not a second level slots left.
He's running low.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good. 11 points of healing.
Nice, nice, nice.
Mara, it's your turn.
Is Alki flying again?
Yep, he's not far off the ground. You could hit him from the ground.
But you are grappled.
That's true, but you
But
can
he
He'll
can
throw
throw.
a dagger and
Yes.
get sneak attack
Yes.
with Thaddeus within melee range.
Yes.
Okay. This one?
Yes.
Come on, baby.
Oh,
You know, why,
That's not
because
bad.
I haven't been giving that. 21.
That hits, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a sneak attack.
Doing what?
Getting
My
her
stuff
sneak
ready.
attack dice ready.
Which dagger was this with?
Right, Jean or Fuji?
The lightning one again.
Okay. It's so satisfying.
What?
Average. You saw it coming.
36.
It's like your face.
36 lightning damage.
Resist.
Okay.
I failed the roll in my head.
Nice.
Nice, good damage.
Do you want to use the bonus action to call the dagger back to your hand?
Yes.
Okay. So the lightning dagger sticks into his wing this time, and the lightning sort of explodes there. And he lets out a hiss, and then you call it back to your hand, and it streaks there in a bolt of light. You still have one prone wraith. He's going to stand up. And he's going to make 2 desperate attacks against Byakko, leaving openings if someone wants to attack him in the future. So that is a 13 and a 20.
Hit. You sank my Byakko.
That's plus 4, so 11 slashing damage. And he's the only existing wraith, but we have ghouls now. One of the ghouls.
They went on the lair action too.
That's true, they did. So I'll keep them up there for now. I screwed up and should have put them on the wraith's turn. But they'll die soon enough, so that's fine. Thaddeus, it's your turn.
Oh, he's right here. Finally.
Yeah.
In hindsight, I should have had him run away with his...
Too late.
I know it's too late. That's why I said in hindsight.
Too late.
Alright, so in 28, I'm pretty sure will hit.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, it is.
And that's 28. Let's hope for crits.
Still good.
I was also.
Damn, another 28.
It's harmony.
I might put. I'm gonna put 1 on anyway,
Okay.
even though it's not a crit. Just because it's like, what do I have these spell slots for if I'm not gonna use them?
Exactly.
Let's see.
For glamour. So you lost your armor bonus by point out.
Oh.
I believe.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a second and a first on one of these.
Okie doke.
Oh, yeah.
What are we doing to one time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, second or first level Divine Smite.
Does yours is cold?
He
It's
does not.
like eating good berries like popcorn watching things.
It's like missing his mouth because he's using a scope.
And he's
No
and he's
idea.
also really bad at eating.
Also, he doesn't have a mouth.
He doesn't have a mouth.
I know.
He's a
Mantis
terrible
isn't
at eating.
doing anything. I'm just gonna take him out of there.
Yeah, keep things.
Okay.
He's sort of crawled off to safety by now.
Oh. Poor Hugh Jackman.
Poor Hugh Jackman.
Okay. Is he? But he's not. There's no like vulnerability here. Either,
Nope.
Right? Okay.
Nope.
So I can just make a straight roll.
That's a lot of
That's
7
promising.
grenades.
Above average. Put a band-aid on it.
Oh, frozen.
Band-Aid? A Band-Aid?
Do you want a Band-Aid? For your Mew
He's gonna need one for his Mew. Because Thaddeus is pouncing.
Are you
Yeah.
able to think right now, Nick?
Yeah, I can do math in my head.
Okay.
So 10, 20, 30,
I just mean with all this chatter going on.
40, 78.
Dang. Okay, I need a calculator.
78?
Is that all radiant?
Was that
No.
both hits?
So, yeah, that was both of us.
Okay.
So 7, 8.
It's cold and radiant mix.
Oh, cool. What did it say?
But a lot of it was radiant.
Okay, and then yeah, he's going to take a legendary action to run away from you.
I would. I assume that's the no away one, right?
Yes.
And with my bonus action, it looks like Harmony might be
Oh,
my
sorry,
shield
that was.
at this point.
That, that was
Yeah.
the end of his turn.
You can see him moving in that
Yeah.
direction, so yeah, that's fine.
Cool, so I get +4.
+3.
Closer.
And that's it for Thaddeus?
Yeah, that was my action and bonus action. So yeah.
Nice. Done.
Actually, he is going to stay here so that he can still grapple Thaddeus.
Too late. You already took your hand off.
Just like chess.
But, Mara, the Ixlati shadow releases from you, and you find yourself free to move again.
Nice.
Hunter, it's your turn.
I don't know why it doesn't me.
Okay. I will
This is too
move
much hair job.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Not for hair's really wild.
And I moved away from these two enemies.
They're going to make attacks.
They can.
Here comes the Wraith.
Bring it on.
That's a 9. Here comes the Ghoul. That's a 12.
Are you kidding?
Don't even need bracers of
It's
protection.
what it is, what it is.
Jesus Christ.
And with
They
my
are bracers of defense, technically.
actually,
Technically, they're bracers of defense.
and I'm going to use scope and sharpshooter, and I'm going to fire holy arrows or holy dipped arrows or whatever at Alkene.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been dying to see what this does.
Okay, here we go. First one's a crit, and I'll use my scope
I need to figure out what
or my
Your bowstring.
bowstring.
I mean, I think it might be time.
5.
Yeah.
I'm counting
Well,
with my
he's in a
bow.
good spot for
It's
it.
enervation,
Okay,
so that's a con save.
that's a natural 20.
That was an extra dice too.
What Holy Water will do is an extra 2d6 radiant damage.
Woo!
Okay, so that's. Do you want me to roll the damage at the end, or do you want me to roll it?
That doesn't matter.
He's
Roll it
not-
all
he's
together.
not.
He's not.
6 damage.
So I'll just roll at the end then. It's fine. Okay. And I will also put on a
It's radiant.
distracting strike on that one.
Okay.
So then I get these and these. Next attack. That is a 23 to hit.
Yes, hits. So does that use up the distracting strike if it's the next attack against him?
It will use the next of the allies attack, I believe. Is your allies an opening? Wait, anyone other than me has
Oh,
advantage.
okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm. I need some d6s. You said how is 2d6 per?
Yes.
Okay. And then I'm gonna put on. So I did distracting strike on that one. I'll do goading attack on this one.
Okay.
And so he has to make a DC 19 Wisdom saving throw, or else if he attacks someone other than me, he has disadvantage.
He fails, but I'm going to use a legendary
Same
resistance.
better.
His
Yeah.
first one.
Okay. And then my last attack is a 14 plus. That's 22 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, so that's first attack, second attack,
I
third
sense a
attack.
truckload of damage coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
Gain more d6s.
I do.
Good.
Oh, okay.
Because there's legendary creatures which recharge.
That's all right.
And then it's got legendary
And then-
resistances, which are things.
That should be good.
Fire.
Alright, let's roll this, and then if he's not dead, I have 3 more attacks.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
Give me a minute here.
Yeah, sure. Take your time. I need my
Okay.
Do you
calculator.
need a calculator?
I'm good. That's 20. Is 30. 40,
Average.
50. 70. 74 plus 74 plus 54 is 128.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Average.
128 damage.
Yes.
Average.
Average.
On average.
Okay, but sorry. Okay, gotcha. It was. Do you have any way of calculating? I should have said this earlier. I just realized it. Do you have any way of calculating how much of that is non-magical piercing damage?
No,
If not, I'll just take off some of it, but not
because
much. So
I rolled them all at
128.
once.
I'll just do
um,
100
that's-
damage.
But wait. Does the holy water give it any effect that would negate resistances like that? Okay. So just the first attack, which was the biggest attack because it was a crit. So
Yeah, he's gonna say 100 damage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Okay, no,
move it
that's
from
fine, that's fine.
128 down to 100, just
Sure.
because that's my bad.
I will do that next time.
I should have said it and I didn't think about
Is
it.
he alive?
He is still alive.
I will use action surge, and I will fire 3 more arrows at him.
Okay.
That's probably gonna miss.
I don't think it's gonna.
That's 17 to hit.
Yep, one of the shadows whips up and throws the arrow to the side.
Put it on top of it.
So is that one of the holy water arrows?
I already used all 3 of them
Oh, okay.
on the first 3 attacks. That's an 18 to hit.
That just hits.
Okay, and then So that's that one. And then that's gonna hit. That's a 19 on dice. So it's these two. So 2 more hits to add to this, and these are both non-magical regular piercing damage. That's 18 plus 36. So 54.
So 54.
27.
Yes. And
That's how much you already did. Still quite a bit.
yeah, I guess it's fine.
Don't worry, we got this.
I guess that's fine.
Cool.
So this
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
He's going right after me. Yes, I can't do any. Oh no, I used my bonus action already, so I'm done.
Then it is Bianco's turn. Yep.
Yako will. You said that he gets an
Advantage
opening.
on that guy.
Okay, so he's gonna run away and pounce on that guy to get the double attack. If I can do that.
He can, and he's already used his OA. So
Exactly. And that is a. So that's an 18 to hit.
okay.
Is that hit?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so then he has to make a strength saving throw. And the next attack is okay. That's
It's a
better.
natural 1, so that's a failure.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so then the next attack is also going to hit. And that is 9 plus 4, so that's 13.
Oof, that wraith is barely hanging.
No!
on. Just barely.
I wanted it.
Okay, so let's see.
Okay.
Lair actions. I need Harmony, Byakko, and Hunter to make wisdom saving throws. Eli too.
Your bonus round.
You're too far away.
I'm also very far away.
Yeah, the only reason you're making the save is because you're far away from Thaddeus.
So I got a 20.
That passes.
I got a 20 as well.
And Byakko.
That passes.
Oh no, Byakko rolled a 1.
Okay, Byakko fails and Eli fails. Byakko and Eli are frightened by Alkene.
Cool.
What's it sound like when a tiger's frightened?
I heard no squeaky dogs and all that.
Yeah.
Or maybe he just hisses.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
what if,
Yeah, he probably hisses at him.
Ixlati's shadow
Like
lashes
his
out at
fur
you,
gets
Harmony,
really, poofy, like cats do.
and that's going to hit you. 24.
Who are you attacking?
Harmony.
Wait, who's
Did you say
attacking?
54?
24.
Is that,
Wait.
Is that Alkene attacking?
It's the shadow of Ixlati.
Is his shadow?
Attacking me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
His shadow's a separate entity from him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind that.
Alright.
Minimum damage of 5 necrotic damage.
Which
Half
is
down to
half
2.
to 2.
Yes. And your strength score is reduced by 1.
That's the overall score, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Then it's Alkene's turn. Let's
How's he
do
looking?
some stuff. He's not happy with his current situation.
Let's do some stuff.
Harmony, you are once again engulfed in darkness.
That little bitch. Does the other darkness go away?
Nope.
Oh, weird.
hacks?
This is a like all-powerful shadow vampire, guys. You can do some stuff like that.
2 more
Like fart
monsters.
clouds, basically.
Action surge.
I feel like I should be Luigi.
Mario!
Mono!
So,
Vacuum cleaner?
okay, so Harmony, you are grappled.
What was your roll, bitch?
Natural 20. You are grappled, so it does no damage to you. That's good for you. But you are in one of these strangling shadows. At this point, you can't tell
You don't
which
need
because
this.
the dragon left Thaddeus's range. So Thaddeus,
Did
you're
he?
free.
Did he?
Uh-huh. And then
He sounds so cute.
I'm so happy. I haven't been able to move this whole fight.
Yeah, you've been grappled the whole time. Can you Misty Step to him now?
I don't know where he is.
Yeah, he's inside
I
the
mean,
pool of darkness.
Misty Step, even though you're in hold.
I have to Misty Step to a place I can see.
Harmony, you then take
What was your roll, bitch?
really high, 30.
Sorry, I tried.
Plus your feet.
I can't.
10 points of 10 points of piercing damage as something sharp protrudes through your stomach, and then another high roll of 29.
To hit?
If I have
Yes.
the shield up. I can get my AC up to 22 right now, and it doesn't fucking matter. That's what
I know.
Zach was trying
I was
to
like, you don't need this.
And you take 8 piercing damage, and then
Jesus.
plus 7, 13 necrotic damage, which has been halved down to
That's 14.
6. As you feel fangs sink into your neck. But then it's your turn.
Oh, you know what time it is.
Do I know where he is?
You have no idea.
Could you hold an action?
Can I? Would it be an action to reach out my hands like this and see if I can touch him?
I mean, yeah, it'd be like you making an attack against a specific square when you don't know which one he's in. Oops. Shoot, that might have just bored to the map.
Fine, then I'm gonna dimension door the fuck
Oh.
out of there.
You know what's the worst?
What?
Did you not have the battle map
I
showing?
haven't had the battle map showing this entire time.
It's cool.
Theater
They
of
were
the
using
mind.
Theater of the Mind.
Theater of the Mind. The map is fine now that
It's good?
I've shown
Okay.
it. Sorry, anyone watching.
The funny thing is I've had it up here and I haven't noticed either,
Funny.
so. Yeah, I'm gonna dimension door out of there again.
Where would you like to go?
Behind Hunter.
How many?
Like kind of to the
So-
left of him.
Okay.
Within his aura.
Okay, like here?
Yeah.
That's in the aura.
I don't want to be right up next to the darkness though, so
So
maybe,
how about,
maybe like one away.
here?
Yeah.
1, 2.
Did I say Thaddeus? Because I meant.
So you're at
I said
30
Hunter,
feet.
That's what I meant. Aura. Inside of Thaddeus's aura.
You're at 30 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's my turn.
Did you check for wild magic?
Most useless sorcerer right here, y'all.
Can you?
I can't. I'm not gonna cast it if I don't fucking know where he is, and I can't hold an action because I just use an action to get out of there.
Can you quicken the dimension door?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Well, Eli, on his turn, if that's the end of your turn,
Yeah, it's the end of my turn.
how are you looking? Are you hurt?
Yeah.
Eli rushes over to you with his wings,
Oh.
lands next to you, lays his hands on you, and casts a second level Cure Wounds.
Thank you.
Eli, 7 points of healing.
7 on a second level?
Yeah, I rolled 2
Cool.
ones.
Oh no.
Mara, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm
Oh, I
gonna
forgot to make the
go
rules.
towards the new pool of poo to use my blind sense if I can.
The ghoul is going to take a swipe at you as you
No,
do
no. Oh, okay.
natural one.
I'm sorry.
So when you get to that point there, you still don't sense him.
Really? Oh.
So you
Let's
can
see.
move forward more if you want.
You get one more space movement.
Oh. So you want to go here or here?
Well, I guess toward the middle because I need to
So
be.
maybe that one.
I need to have a 10-foot
Oh yeah,
radius.
you can throw.
From there, you sense him. He actually moved out of the globule. You're sort of just using it as cover so that you couldn't see him.
You can throw.
Yeah.
You don't get sneaky back
Natural 1.
here.
Okay? Use the bonus action to call it back.
Yes.
Or you could use the bonus action to move forward and do an offhand.
Huh? She doesn't have any movement left, right?
I mean, she could use the bonus action to dash, which rogues can do.
I
Then
can.
how does she attack them?
Then she
Oh,
can
right,
offer.
then she can't offhand.
Yeah.
My bad, my bad.
So, yeah.
Well, okay, then
You tried.
Alrighty. Then at the end of your
How you
turn,
feel,
I
girl?
guess if you want it to happen, make any points fly, and then you can pretty much make it around the arena in one go. If you're flying up, right? Or did you use it in the
Well,
last fight?
if I knew he wasn't in the darkness anymore, I would have flown sheep.
Did you use it against pirates?
The,
Fly.
Did you use fly already?
Against the
Against-
dragon and exploding?
I think. I will.
Sorry.
yeah,
Yes,
check
I
on that.
Yes, I
In the meantime, at the end of your turn, Mara, you are grappled
Okay.
by one of the shadows. And then that wraith, who's still alive, stands up.
So did Thaddeus lose his grapple then? Did he break
Yeah.
the grapple
Yes.
by moving one? Awesome.
Yep, he's not.
And that wraith is going to attack at Yako. You know
Oh, no.
what it is.
Oh no.
That is a 10, which misses,
Miss.
and a that's 6, so 24, which will hit.
Oh, yeah, it is.
And that's 11 points of slashing damage. Yako and this wraith are just dueling it out.
They are. He's my trophy hunter.
That is. You're surrounded by ghouls.
Yep.
And I don't know if they can hit you outside of a natural 20, but they're sure going to try.
They could. That is his AC is lower and has no leaves. There's shield left.
I have lost their page. Yikes. Come on. Well, I know what they have to, their bonus, so I'll roll it. That's a 20.
That hits.
Wow, okay. It's 16 plus 4.
Bludgeoning?
Now let's see about damage. With its claw, it is 2d4 plus 2. So that is 6 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Come on, Charlie, you got this.
13?
That passes.
Okay.
Meanwhile, another one claws at you for a 17 plus 4, which is 21.
Also hits.
So that is 4 points of slashing damage, and I need another Constitution saving throw.
Let's see, 12.
Passes. And then a miss of a 11. But I also need Constitution saving throws for concentration.
I did that twice, so it passed.
Oh, okay.
I'm on top of that, don't worry.
Cool. So you rolled in total 4 Constitution saving.
Yes.
Cool.
Passed them all.
Good job, Charlie.
Alrighty. Then that is the end of their turn. Mara, you feel the shadow attempt to constrict on you with a 20 total. And it does, if that hits you,
Yeah.
15 points of bludgeoning damage as it constricts down on your body. Then it is
Okay.
Thaddeus' turn.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll have that.
Have it?
Down to
Okay.
7.
Down to 7.
Uncanny Doge.
Uncanny Doge.
Okay.
Uncanny.
Okay, Doge.
Thaddeus is going to make 2 attacks against these. What are these? Ghouls?
Ghouls, yep.
My trophies. Alright, 25 hits
Yes.
for 9 cold and 8 radiant.
Okay, so for a total of 17.
Yeah.
Okay. It is barely still standing.
Okay, I'll hit it again. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Then yeah, this will kill it.
So you knock one of them out of the picture. And the other 2 seem to be unfazed by the death of one of their comrades and are just slobbering their long, inhuman tongues hanging out of their mouths. Anything else for Thaddeus? You can move.
I can move, but more than the spells can drop. But then again, oh, my AC is back. Yeah, I'm gonna move.
Might as well try. Miss. Miss.
3, 4, 5, 6. I can see him now
You can
too,
see him.
and I'm gonna like point at him with my sword for harming. You know, like he's over there.
Okay.
And yell, I can see him. He's out.
Then at the end of your turn, he will try to grapple you with the dragon shadow. Once again, So that is 28.
That hits.
So you're grappled, no damage, but you find yourself again in the maw of Kaitis' shadow. Hunter, it's your turn.
Wow. Hearing the cry of my unicorn companion, I will go to this side. Can I see him from here?
He'd have. Well, I mean, you ignore cover, so yes.
Okay. There's no way I can catch up to that. Yes, I still see him. So I will do all the bow stuff, setting it, scope, skulker, or sharpshooter, whatever.
Never clean up after yourself.
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes.
Rarely, but it happens.
That's a 27 to hit.
What a weird growth.
Okay, that hits.
Crit.
Okay, that hits.
And a 24 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, and I will use the bowstring on the crit.
Okay.
So roll that separate.
I will roll these things separate. That's a 4, so that is slow. That's a dex save.
That's pretty
DC
good at dex.
15. It's only DC 15, so.
Oh, sorry,
do
this is
that.
the wrong step up. You rolled a 2.
You should have
what is the
advantage
DC?
on your throw.
Does he have a plus 28?
What's your DC?
Oh, I'm sorry, 15.
So he fails, but I'll use a second
Oh,
legendary.
okay.
He passes.
That's good. That's
How do we want to use that? So he was distracted, and so she should have had advantage on her throw,
Oh.
but we didn't use it. Is it still active
Just
or
say-
not? Do you want me to do
Well,
it
I don't
again?
want to go back and do it again, so
Yeah.
we'll just say it's still active for the
Okay.
next attack.
Okay. So is he holding a weapon?
Yes, actually, you can see that when he emerged from some point between when he was in the shadow and when he emerged, he formed a shadowy rapier in his hand, and that must have been what he stabbed Harmon with.
Okay, so this is the magic piercing damage with a. I'm gonna use a disarming attack, and that's a DC 19 strength save. Above average.
He fails, and the rapier just kind of fizzles out of existence.
Okay.
The shadow just dissipates.
Okay. That's 31 plus 49 magic piercing.
49 total magic piercing.
Yes. And then I make 2 other attacks. And that is 14 plus 36 is 50.
Did you roll to hit?
I did. I
You did
rolled a
already.
hit
Oh, okay.
first. Yes.
You said 50?
50.
So that's halved.
Yes. And that is all of my actions.
He does not like it, but it's Byako's turn.
Yako loves it, and he's gonna get. Does he get advantage on that guy?
He does indeed, yes.
Alright, well he's running back and pouncing, so he can do his OA against Yako if he wants to.
He sure does.
Okay. Yako will roll
22.
the hits, but Yako rolls a 20 to hit him.
Hits!
Oh!
Byako takes 5 slashing damage. Sorry, I rolled the wrong dice.
Oh no! Hopefully it's less.
It's not. It's 14 slashing
Oh my
damage.
god! No! I like the first one more. You did door number 1.
Number 1.
So Byako, so he has to make a strength save. You said 14 slashing?
There we go. Strength save. 18 on dice.
Okay, so he passes. He takes 4 damage.
Okay. Okay. Still alive.
No.
Is that the end of Byako's
Oh, I
turn?
was just killing.
That's, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
It's
Lair
tense.
actions. Thaddeus and Mara. Mara, you sense a strange difference in Alkene's physical aura. It's hard to tell since you're in the darkness. You can't actually see, but you sense there's something different going on. And Thaddeus, you see that he becomes sort of translucent for the moment, and that is the lair actions. Then Hell Shadows. The only person who's in the range for the actual shadow attack is Mara. So that's 21 to hit you.
Yeah.
But you're within Thaddeus' aura, so this will be reduced. Because it's 7 points of necrotic damage. Sorry, 10 points reduced to 5. Here. And your strength score is reduced by 1. Good job, Shadows.
Good job, Shadows. Pep, pep, good shadow.
Did Alkeen take any radiant damage this turn?
He certainly did, didn't he? Bullshit ton from Thaddeus.
Yeah.
He didn't take any from Thaddeus this turn.
Yeah, that was last.
That was last turn. And he took a bunch from Hunter last turn, but not this turn.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
Thaddeus, you can see his form sort of, few of his injuries begin to close up a little bit.
Alright.
As he regains some hit points.
We can work on that.
You were grabbed by him already, right?
Yeah, I
The
think
dragon got on.
his dragon got me again.
Okay. Then he will strangle Mara once, strangle Thaddeus once, and then bite at Thaddeus. The one against Mara is, I believe, a miss at 615.
This.
Okay. And then the one against Thaddeus is a 19 on dice,
Which
plus
misses?
a bunch.
Oh.
So, 31.
Yeah, that is.
Sorry, I'm having to do math out loud because I'm having trouble focusing on all these numbers. So that's 14 bludgeoning damage. And then he will bite down on your neck, or at least try to. Oh, sorry. Natural one, so he does not.
Nice.
Aura's still up.
Then it is Harmony's turn.
Okay, fuck yeah.
Good.
Harmony's going to
Look out.
Yeah.
She stands up.
squeeze Eli's hand and say, I'm gonna go in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say, and she's gonna say, take this, you vampire bitch!
Okay.
Sunbeam.
What do you have to do? What does he have to do?
It's a Constitution saving throw
He's not
Okay.
great, he's dead.
in a 60-foot line.
That is a 13 plus. Where's Colin? Oh, only 17, so he fails. I have a feeling he should spend a legendary resistance on this one.
It
So
might
that's-
be a good idea.
For those of you keeping count, that's 3.
I'm
keeping
I
count.
am. I've got a tally going. Okay, so he takes half as much damage on a successful save, and he isn't. If he's undead,
Mhm.
he has disadvantage on the saving
Oh,
throw.
but he
well,
failed
he
anyway.
failed and used legendary resistance.
Just for future reference.
That I'm sure will be important later.
That's above average.
That's above average.
Certainly looks like it.
Sorry.
Let me just read this trait about sunlight real quick. What is the radius of sunlight that this creates?
It's a 30-foot radius of bright light and another 30 feet of dim light.
Okay, but
You
it's
want me
all
to-
sunlight.
It's all
And it's
something.
all
Do you want me
sunlight.
to mark it on the map?
It's from me. So
30.
wherever
Oh.
I go, it's where
Oh, it's not from the
30 feet around me is bright light, and another 30 feet out is dim light.
I don't think there's anywhere on this tower she can go where he's not gonna get it.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I just
Thaddeus,
lost
you
my
watch
count.
as his eyes like instantly like bug out, and you can see he begins hissing, and you can see like his skin is sizzling in the sunlight.
That is just-
35
Just smiles.
radiant damage.
45,
35.
35, and
Sure,
half,
45.
so down to 17.
Yep.
I think Thaddeus asked again, how did you think this was going to go for you, Alkeen?
And he just whispers back to you, "There's still time for it to go my way." He's still alive. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, because I used all my movement to get there.
Okay.
Oh, wait!
Still your bonus.
I know, hold on. So if I had Quicken spelled that, I could then use my action to do it again immediately.
I think-
Yeah, but it would burn another spell slot.
No, it wouldn't. While this is active, as long as it's for the duration up to a minute, I can use my action to create a new line of radiance.
Alright, let me just double check the exact wording. Not on the card, since it's...
Now that.
Because it might say on future turns, as some of these spells do.
Oh yeah, 'cause the card.
It says
rotates
on
and
any
stuff.
turn here. on the card, but check the actual.
line of radiance as your action on any turn. Yeah. So yeah, you can do that.
Oh.
You can
So
try
I'm gonna quicken spell that bitch,
it. Okay. Do
and
it.
then
Man. Not
Wow.
like this.
So you'll make that save at disadvantage.
at disadvantage, and I'm gonna cast it one more time.
He failed.
All right, and I'm gonna use another sorcery point to empower the spell.
Okay.
Above average.
Better. Okay, so that's 15. Oops, this is what was this?
That was another 15. But this is 30.
I can't count. Stop.
It's just 30 altogether.
Is it?
Yeah.
15 plus
15.
30.
Okay.
Thank you.
So this time
I'm freaking out
it's
over
not half since he failed.
Yes. It's
And
not
he
half
didn't
because
burn a
he failed.
resistance.
Oh, and he's blind.
And he's blinded.
Oh, okay.
If he can be blind.
Yep.
I think he can.
He's blinded
Sure.
until my next turn.
Mm.
If he fails his save.
He uses echolocation.
Yeah, he can be blinded,
This
so
is
he's
why I took
blinded.
the spell.
Yes.
This is why I took the spell. Okay.
And then Eli. What's Eli's best move? That's the question.
So that is my turn.
So he's over here.
All right. At the end of your turn, then, since you remind me that it's the end of a turn,
You're welcome.
you watch as he beats his bat-like wings upward, and since he's become translucent, disappears through the floor of the castle.
Can I counterspell it?
It's not a spell.
Fuck you!
So he disappears through the floor of the castle and is removed from view. Eli, now knowing absolutely not what to do,
Oh, I need to
Uh,
wild magic.
shouts out to Harmony. Harmony, did it work? What's the play? Do I need to? What do I do?
I don't
So since he can't see, he disappeared through the floor or something.
know. I know he's blind. Just-
blind as a
Just
bat.
get ready for anything.
That's a good one.
Like that one.
He's blind as a bat.
For Halloween.
Mara, it's your turn. You feel the pull of the shadow leave you, and he's no longer grappling onto you.
Are the orbs of darkness still there?
The orbs of darkness are still there.
How's the scenery?
Yeah, what did
around
Eli do?
us?
He like skirted around.
He just
Hunter,
moved around to try and get a better look, and couldn't see anything.
Did he cast a spell?
even
No.
though I was shouting, "Be ready for anything,"
So what, you want him to like take the dodge action?
or ready in action, or something.
All right, sure. He will ready a ray of frost. That's what he'll do. Then Mara, it's your turn.
Does the scenery change around us? You said that like there was like this big.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, so there's still the ghouls, and they are more than. They're not within 10 feet of me, are they?
No, they're not at the moment.
Okay.
You can just walk over to them though.
I know, but I was gonna do thunder step to try to get out. Well, I
What?
could.
You
I
just-
could.
huh?
I could walk over to them.
If
And
you
then
threw a
do
dagger
first
from here,
step.
you'd have advantage because they can't see.
But you wouldn't get sneak attack.
She
Yeah,
would
you
because she
need
has
to-
advantage.
Oh. There you go. That'll work. You don't need to do that.
Yeah, you could just throw a dagger. You have to sneak attack.
This is great for you. These things.
Okay.
You had advantage.
All the other ones are in timeout. Got
Where-
another one?
What did you do with Matthew?
Oh, well,
Yeah.
yeah, because she rolled a 1 on it, so I put it in dice jail like the other one.
Everyone was in timeout. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the Rayton again. Rayton.
Okay,
So 20.
that hits the ghouls for sure. Yep. And you have sneak attack, so I'm pretty sure you're going to just obliterate this thing.
Okay.
Which one are you killing?
Whichever one has the highest.
They both have the same.
Okay. Pick your favorite. Give me the trophy, man.
So this dagger sticks into its ghoulish head, and like black blood begins to ooze out of the top of its skull.
Can I offhand the other one?
No, because offhand's a melee thing.
Oh yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
close enough. Okay.
But you can use the
You
bonus
have to
to call
bonus
it out.
action to get your dagger back in.
All right.
Okay, well, we got one wraith and one ghoul.
Oh no.
Cool.
Cool.
It's fine.
Harmony, that is a 9 to hit you, so I assume that misses.
Wow.
Wait, sorry, can you say that one more time?
Misses
That was a
Harmony.
9. It misses.
It does happen.
Byakko,
Yeah.
here comes 2 attacks.
Oh.
From the arch nemesis. That's a 19 and a 12.
1 hit, 1 miss. Yako is frothing at the mouth playing this.
Poor
I'm trying so hard.
Okay, that's 11 slashing damage.
Oh no, Yako, you got this.
Thaddeus, it's your turn.
Finish him.
You are still grappled.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You
really?
can see that the shadow is still coming at you from somewhere. It's like hard to tell because it like is coming at you from the edge of the tower somehow.
Okay. I'll take a couple swipes at the shadow then. 'Cause I
Okay.
remember hitting it before.
Yes, and the one that has you is Kitus again.
Yeah. That's both 29s.
Okay.
It's good.
And-
Those both hit.
Are they resistant to cold, you said?
Yes. Yeah, I think they are. Yes.
So, let's see this. 22 cold.
So is that's before being halved?
Yeah. And 19 radiant.
Oh, which is doubled
Yes.
to
38.
Okay. Okay. This shadow that is grappling onto you seems barely hanging on there. Like it barely has any substance to grapple you with.
The shadow's grappling you, that means he's still nearby.
That's true.
And it is in fact going to, at the end of your turn, strangle you. So that is
Lovely.
a 23
Yeah, that'll hit.
for 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Then it is Hunter's turn.
Okay.
Good job.
I don't know. Is there any way I can find Arcane? Alright.
I could have found it if I hadn't needed to.
Yeah. If
kill
you,
this
can you still use Divine Sense?
I can, but what I wanted to do was go into the center of the arena, and I had to take care of this thing grappling first.
Here, I will help you.
I will shoot it with my bow. Can I do that?
Yeah, shadow, sure.
Yep. Alright.
Ordinarily, it would have extreme cover at that angle, but it doesn't matter to you.
Sculptor, man. Alright, that is 26 to hit.
Hits, and you kill it.
Alright.
Nice.
Trophy?
There's no, I mean,
Yeah.
so you watch as Kitus's shadow sort of rears up in one final silent roar, and then the dragon just dissipates into the whirling shadows around the tower.
Oh, can I see that goal?
Yes.
Harmony's goal?
Not from where you are.
I already set my bow.
Spirit
Can't
in
do
your
that.
head doesn't
I can
feel
shoot
anything
that
when
one, though.
happens.
Yeah.
The arch enemy of
You got
Yako.
close friend. You gonna steal that kill from him?
I got a crit, so yes.
Okay, it's dead. Had 1 HP.
Okay. 1 HP?
Oh.
He did it,
I
man.
hate to see that happen.
Well, alright. I feel bad now for my own tiger.
Poor Bianco.
Oh no. He'll help Harmony.
It
I
is
can't
Byakko's
see-
turn.
Okay.
Unless you have something else.
Yeah, come kill this ghoul.
I can't kill it, but Byakko will.
Yeah,
Byakko's
yeah.
gonna jump and pounce at that guy.
Okay.
Do it, Bianco.
Hit him, Byakko. That's a 21 to hit.
Hits.
Make a strength saving throw.
Uh,
Is he 12?
15.
Yes.
5 damage. 5 big ones.
Okay.
That'd be pretty
Byakko
nice.
gets sort of like mouthfuls and clawfuls of rotten ghoul flesh. but
Yeah.
That's about it.
That's what he wants.
Can I say on my turn that I gave Harmony my shield?
Yes, sure.
Because nothing has happened to hit Harmony yet. And I didn't do that transaction.
That's true. Thank you.
I'm a little bit worried about him coming back into
Yeah. Well, I mean, 3 AC.
Yeah.
Or even
Harmony,
8
it's your
AC.
turn.
8 additional AC isn't really
Yeah.
gonna do a lot. Ow.
Thaddeus, at some point between,
He's not saying what Alpine did because we can't see that.
well, he will do one thing. He'll strangle Thaddeus.
With what?
Oh, that's right. The shadow got broken. Good call, because I rolled a natural 20.
Such a snarky answer. With what?
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate that you're reminding me because I have far too much.
Yeah.
In which case, yeah,
Trophies right here.
it comes around to Harmony's turn.
I'm gonna hold an action to fire a sunbeam at Alkeen when he becomes visible again.
Okay. Then it is Eli's turn. Eli will continue to...
Does he have any sensing abilities?
Not really. Eli, who's looking hurt?
Thaddeus.
Does 9 hit points count as hurt?
Oh shit!
Oh, God.
Thaddeus needs help.
9 hit points.
I mean, I don't say a lot because you always make fun of me of how much max HP I have. But
Well,
my
when
current
you get
HP
down to, when you
ain't
get
great.
down to like below 20, you're allowed to say something.
He will distance spell out his last
I shouldn't say.
second level slot for a second level.
I haven't been attacked at all.
Well, you have. You just haven't been hit.
That
he hasn't
is
I'm actually
11
in pretty good shape for as many
points of health to Thaddeus.
Alright.
I'm gonna
Mara, it's your turn.
11.
Nice.
I would kill that thing on Harmony so it can't accidentally just like by a fluke destroy it or something.
Help me.
That would not be a bad idea.
You could.
Okay, so I'll move it up the.
Yeah, you
They
could
get
probably come
close.
right up to it. Yeah.
Get real close.
Yeah.
Does she sense anything along the way?
Nope. Well,
Sorry, it was empty.
No, that's it.
16 points of damage. Or 16 to hit?
Yes.
Yes, that does it.
Yeah, for damage, we're gonna roll a sneak attack.
She gets sneak attack, so do you want her to
dead.
roll?
No.
It's dead. Trophy.
She's like, do I have to roll? Hey, that's hers.
Yeah. Oh no.
Mara, you run up and with Harmony sort of drawing this ghoul's attention, just slash, and it is dead.
Thanks, babe. Gotcha.
Thaddeus, it's your turn.
Alright.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And then it's gonna use Divine Sense.
How far does that give you?
60 feet.
Okay. You can feel that Alkeen, or at least some undead presence, is directly below you.
I'm just gonna like point with my sword at wherever Alkeen is.
Okay, I mean, it is pretty much directly below
Yeah. He's below me, right here.
you. Then it is Hunter's turn.
Yeah, we have to go get to him.
There's
He's
some
recovering.
stairs down there, yeah.
Okay. See, I already used action surge. Okay. I will. Is this tower completely like structured? Like if I flew to the outside, is there any way I can see inside? If that's
It is
the outside is
completely
wax.
structured. Yep.
oh, it's
And
just
it is
darkness?
surrounded by like waves of darkness.
Okay,
There's
so I have to
no
go
way
down
out.
the staircase. Okay, so I'm gonna go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then I'll dash.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
Can I? And
Just jump down.
You sort of jump over the edge, and you can kind of see, but you don't have dark vision, so the inside of the tower
is it dark?
completely dark.
well, someone will come.
You can hold an action.
Sorry, are the stairs going this way or this way?
That way.
Okay, so I'm gonna go.
Hold, hold an action.
Can't hold an action because I can actually dash.
Oh, right.
Yeah, go.
Yakko will come with me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, and then
Does he have dark vision?
he has really good smelling. I don't think he has dark vision though. Panthers. Should have written this down. He has perception smell, passive perception, keen smell, pass. Nope, no dark vision.
Okay. So he can't see, but you can make a perception check.
Okay.
Sit down.
A smelling check.
Yep.
That is a 21.
Yeah, he sort of turns his nose towards the center of the tower where there's just open space. The spiral stairs kind of
That
curl around that
camera.
open space.
Sit
Oh,
down.
sorry. I was gonna move Yakko more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he growls in that direction.
Okay, so he still has 10 feet. So do you want me to just move him this way?
The stairs continue to spiral downward throughout the
Oh.
entire tower.
Okay, so I think he's about here
Sounds good.
on the descent. I guess he can dash, right?
I
Okay,
mean,
so he'll just.
he goes down to the bottom of the stairs, and then you can, well, Hunter can't see him, but he's growling from down there somewhere.
Okay. Good for Kyoko.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to do math in my head and it's not working. Harmony, 18 against you, an attack.
Shield.
And you can block 18?
Oh, but I can't shield because I was holding an action.
Don't you have?
No, you can. You just would not be able to use your triggered action.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Then I
Alkene hasn't become
Shield.
visible, so.
shield.
Okay, you see Ixlati's shadow launch out
Well,
from
that's
that
correct.
globule. I can't say that word. That bulb of shadow.
This
The
one?
other one
This one.
next to Harmony.
Oh, so they can just appear those.
What happens?
Ixlati's shadow launched out
okay.
and assailed Harmony. I'm just going to do it again. For a higher number this time. 27.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you
that'll
said-
hit 4. I wish it was a 4. Not with
I
my
got
luck.
excited.
I wish I was closer to you.
Are you not close enough?
I had a high con save there.
You're 25.
The
so
the aura of life is good, but like she just get my saving throw.
It's okay.
So you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
So I just need to beat a 10, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you keep concentration on Sunbeam, and then how much movement does he have? Okay.
If he's moving that, is he still tracking with the sword?
Basically, he moved from below
Mhm.
up into the shadow,
Mhm.
and then with the sword.
My light didn't dispel the shadow at all. The sunlight from my spell.
Sunbeam. Let me look up something. Because that would change this entire turn.
Going right after the bad guy is the absolute worst. Because I have an entire plan, but my plans are so in the can. Right
No,
immediately before my turn.
your sunlight is sort of going around the bulb of darkness,
Okay.
but it is maintained in its spot.
Okay.
Okay, and then Thaddeus, I think that you, with your sword, track it as the presence then moves downward again. Then it is Harmony's turn.
Cool. How far of a drop is it if I were just to
Can I
go
like help her?
here?
Like 10 feet.
Okay. If I like jump off of Hunter's shoulders
Can I like?
to like here.
I'll give you an acrobatics check with advantage
Okay.
to try and mitigate the damage.
It's a natural 20.
Okay, yeah, I'll say you take no damage for that then.
Thank you.
Did you like
So
Mario
you
jump
kind of
off
step
Hunter's
on
head?
Hunter's
So
shoulders
now
and onto the
I'm
ground.
shedding 30 feet of bright light and 60 feet of
Yeah,
dim
so
light
you can see
in this floor.
sort of that insubstantial, faded form of Alpine.
Is he within
with
60
his-
feet of me?
Yes, I was just about to describe it. Let me speak.
I'm too excited! I know!
He's flying just like feet below the ceiling of the tower. He clearly just like descended from that bulb of darkness.
I'm okay. I'm gonna say peekaboo, and I'm gonna shoot another sunbeam.
Okay.
You can do two of them, right? If you quicken that one.
No, because
No,
it
not
uses my action. It's quicken spell is casting a spell as a bonus action, but this is
shoots peekaboo.
She shoots peekaboo.
peekaboo.
Is he still blind?
No, not
No,
really.
it would have been until my next turn, which is last turn. But he'll be blind if he fails this.
Okay.
It's a disadvantage, remember.
Yes, you're right.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
So yeah, that's a failure.
Sweet. It's not a whole heck of a lot of damage, but I don't want to.
Oh shoot! I just took the wrong thing.
I don't want to waste any more sorcery points since I'm
Okay.
almost out. Well, it's 25
25.
radiant damage.
Describe to me how sunlight obliterates the sweat. You see the look of horror on his face as you come descending down the darkness and begin to cast that light in his direction.
Thought you could hide, peekaboo, like
And
this,
the light just
and it just disintegrates in the
washes over
giant
him.
bright
And
beam of light.
all of the shadows that were surrounding him are pushed back off of him, and you can see his pale skin like shining in the light. And then it just begins to like melt off of his face, and as his like skeletal structure beneath is exposed, that begins to turn to ash, and it begins to then just descend downward to the next floor of the tower, and the vampire Alkeen is no more.
Sunbeam.
Sunbeam!
And I think that's a good place to end tonight's episode.
Oh shit!
All right.
I always wins over dark.
Awesome.
And so we'll pick up there next week as we start to head towards our next and final arc of this campaign.
Yeah.
Unless there's a chance we might do an epilogue eventually, but for now we are heading towards what will be the finale. So,
All right.
thank you guys. That was an awesome fight.
Oh my god!
Well done. No one went
All
down.
right.
I can't believe it.
Thank you to everyone who tuned in to watch.
I think several people went down.
Oh yes.
None of you went down.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who tuned in to watch. Hope you enjoyed. We'll be back next Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific time, for more Antiheroes Anonymous. So please come back, and we'd love to see you.
Hey,
Have a
I
good
need my trophy, y'all.
night. Bye.
All right.
Bye.